Welcome back to another video. I wasn't planning on doing this today. I was going to have an incredibly lazy day, but then this showed up 2 days early, and people on our Facebook group have been asking me to open it and get on with it. So here it is. It's the new Shredlights, the SL200s. As you can see, it looks like DHL have already owned it and had a look inside. Let's have a quick and ceremonious unboxing. Okay, so this is the new SL200 Night Ops pack. So you get a 2-pack of white lights, a 2-pack of red lights, and then the action pack red and the action pack white. So everything about these lights has been redesigned. They're now 200 lumens per light. The battery will last 3 times as long. That's up to 150 hours. On flashing mode it will last the longest, obviously, and then there are 3 different, let's have a look. Wow. So there's dim, medium and bright setting. Obviously it's going to last longest on a flashing mode and shortest on the brightest setting. The new mount here, and let's grab a bracket, this new S-Lock mount. The light clips in really snug, really tight, and it actually clips over the end, and if you heard that clip on. So now there is no way of knocking this off the mount, unlike the others where the rubber become a little bit loose and you could knock it off the board. This is, it's going nowhere this time. Much improved over the old mount. So let's have a quick peek. There's another mount included. This is to clip onto a bag strap, an item of clothing, or the front of a baseball cap. And then a whole load of new brackets. So we have the standard mount here. This is for the front trucks of most boards. Then we have the angled bracket. This is for the rear trucks of a boosted, and then we have this extended bracket here, which is for the rear trucks of a GTR and I think one of the other boosted. So the extended mount here will do GT, GTX, GTR, Boosted Mini, Raptor 2 and Riptide R1. And the angle mount is for Boosted V1, V2 Plus and the Stealth board. So we'll go over some stuff in a bit more detail. I'm going to attach these to the Bamboo GTR. So I'm going to jump over to the bench on the side, see how easy they are to fit, and then we'll take them for a ride. Putting everything on the board, let's take a quick look inside the box. So these are the 2 packs. Got a white one to mount on the front and the red one to mount on the rear. So inside you have your 2 lights. And then your cable and sticker pack. Here's a slightly better look at the light. New charge port, front, and the new clip. The new clip and the new brackets for the front. New brackets for the rear, and that one is the boosted bracket. And this is the action pack, so this is the helmet pack. So our charging cable, 2 sticker mounts, 1 attachment and bolt, and the new style clip. So here's the front of the board. I've just put the two front lights on. So where the bolts are, I've had to put 2 extra washers on each screw just to fit the light in, and it only just fits. I don't know if it's different if you mount them on the top of the board hip here, but I like mine mounted underneath, and once they're in, there's just no way that's coming back off. I'm glad these charge on the board, because there's just no way that there's no way I'm getting them back out again. There's not enough screw coming through here, so I'd definitely recommend some longer bolts. So this is what I've ended up with. I don't really know what to say. Is that right? I mean, it kind of looks okay. Again, these bolts, they're not long enough. So I would advise getting 8 longer bolts. There's no way there is enough bolt coming through underside to the nut there. Okay, so I've had the lights for a couple of days now, and I've been out testing over the last couple of nights. First night it rained, and I was literally just pouring the water off my board. When I came home, the lights stood up really well in that, and then last night I went out and filmed with them again. I'll cut some of that footage in a minute. So installation, these were nearly as easy as the other ones to fit, just a little fiddly in places. I think that's really down to just the GTR itself. Just getting under here where the new motor plugs are was a little fiddly, but all in all pretty easy to install. Again, on the underside of the front, it's so tight here. Again, just a little fiddly, but no big deal. I would recommend getting 8 longer bolts. For the GTR, the bolts don't quite come down into the nuts here enough, and I'm just a little cautious of the fact that these are supposed to be holding the whole trucks on. So definitely grab yourself 8 bolts and a load of washers just to add a little bit of spacing here. These lights are on, and they are never coming off. I'm really glad you can charge them on the board as well, because there's just no way, unless I undo the bolts a bit, that no, they're not coming off. The weird way that these mount, at first I was really confused about this, but obviously the way the board moves and the looseness you can have the trucks, and the way you can really carve tight, Yeah, it makes sense that these are angled upwards, so when the board turns, the bracket here doesn't rub on the belts or motor or damage anything. For the Night Ops pack, the addition of the crocodile clip is brilliant. We were out riding the other night, well actually during the day, but then the ride got really long. We were out at night, one of our riders had no lights on him and was wearing black, and he just kind of disappeared. So just having something like this where you can have another shred light and literally just clip it onto someone and illuminate them and make them safe, brilliant. So you don't have to use it obviously just for yourself, but you know, help out your other riders too. I went out last night and I attached one to my Rorock. If you take the front visor off of here, then you can just screw the one of the Night Ops mounts straight onto the front there, like this, which is very effective, but aesthetically I just don't like it. I just don't like having this light sticking out like this, and I had one on the rear. It just looks a little weird. Again, that's nothing to do with Shredlights, it's just the fact that aesthetically I don't really like it. But saying that, with this on the front here, and then wherever you turn your head, this beam, it illuminates for a long way. It's absolutely incredible. I rode through the park, and wherever I turned my head, it threw out so much light. It's so effective, it's incredible. Even right across the park, I was getting reflections in Fox's eyes the other side of the field. Really incredible. But again, just for mounting, I would probably put one forward, one rear, and then just maybe on the top so they're tight, and then you can just clip them off. Again, that's just me, not anything to do with the fault of the lights. So yeah, we took these out last night, found a park with a path through it. It's absolutely pitch black. I put my camera on ISO 6400. It was still pitch black, it's picking nothing up, and then I took the board for a ride through the park. I'll cut some of that footage in a second so you can see just how effective the lights are with like no other visibility whatsoever. Also, I did a test on range, so we measured out 1/4 kilometre and then tried to see if you could see the board lights, and I had a flashing rear helmet light as well, so I'll cut that in now. As you can see, the lights are incredibly effective, and even from 1/4 kilometre away, yeah, there's no missing these new lights. So in conclusion, if you like the old Shredlights, you're going to absolutely love these new ones. The whole light is so much better, the whole design of it, the charging on board, the brightness of the beam, the better illumination, the bigger battery, the mounts, everything about it is incredible. It lit up in front of me so well. I know the other Shredlights were quite good if you mounted them under the board and they threw a bit of light forward, but these new ones were absolutely incredible for that. The S-Lock, I've been trying to knock the light a lot to try and knock it off, still haven't managed to do it. The way these clip on here, absolutely incredible. So the illumination, especially from the headlight, wherever you're looking, absolutely brilliant. And also the illumination of the rider, the visibility and safety aspect is again so much better. Rear mounts without lights. Oops. So they look okay with the lights on, but if I just take these off, now I just have 2 chunks of metal sticking out the back of my board. I don't know how I feel about this. if I get on the tube with it hanging down and just sort of go past someone a bit tight, maybe rush air on the tube, I have a feeling I might take the flesh off someone's ankles with these. Yeah, I just don't like having 2 bits of metal sticking out. I don't know what the answer to that is, apart from maybe have your lights clipped on all the time, but if you take them off, I just feel a little bit uncertain about that at the moment. But in conclusion, these lights are brilliant. I've absolutely loved testing them. I don't have any to give away this time, I'm afraid, but I do have a $5 discount code. I will drop that in the description below. If there's any way you want to see these being used or tested or tried out, let me know. I'll shoot some more footage and upload another video soon. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on Wednesday.